Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Arhgya. I will take my AutoCAD session, and today is a demo class. So today I will tell you about the introductory part. Can you see my screen, AutoCAD screen?
Yes, yes.
And the presentation also. Can you guys see this presentation? Hello. Hello.
Only AutoCAD screen are visible, no presentation.
Okay. Okay. Now,
Now it's visible.
okay. Thank you so much. So as I have said that today we will talk about the introduction of AutoCAD. We will know how to use the AutoCAD and basically what is AutoCAD. What in what situation it will help us in our engineering or other industry. Let me introduce myself. Myself is Ortho. I'm BTech in Civil Engineering, pursuing ME in from Jadavpur University. So through this session, we will explain. I will explain about the concept of AutoCAD, and my motto is that to educate our engineers in engineering. So today we will cover the introductory part and another small part, that is coordinate system. First, let me talk about this software. So as you already know that AutoCAD is an abbreviation. So it has a full form. What does it mean? All the CAD, the name CAD is, CAD means, the meaning of this CAD is computer aided design rather or drafting. The meaning of CAD is computer aided design or drafting. Through AutoCAD, we don't design anything, we will draft, rather we will draw everything. So you can say that computer aided drafting or design. This auto stands for the company. See, the CAD, this CAD software which we will going to use in our session, that has been developed by a company named Autodesk. So then this auto is taken from the first four letter of Autodesk company. Now many people said that the full form is AutoCAD is automated. Computer aided designing or drafting. So they said that auto stands for automated, but this is not true. The true thing is that software is developed by Autodesk. That's why Here auto is in the there is auto in the name of AutoCAD. So through this software, what we will do? We do any 2D or 3D modeling through this software. Remember, 2D and 3D. All of us know that 2D means 2-dimensional and 3D means 3-dimensional. So in our this session, we will learn about 2D modeling. 2D modeling, 3D is not covered in this session. Now, if you open the screen of AutoCAD, then you can see that this type of UI, user interface. In above, there is written that AutoCAD, the name of your file that we can maybe drawing one or any building in Delhi, from building in whatever you have named that file. And at top left corner, logo of AutoCAD that is written is A. This is your menu bar. If you click this, you will get some menu that is in menu bar. Let me show you. See, here is a. If you click that A, you got some menu, that new file. If you want to create this new file, then you have to click new. If you open previous draw, then you have to open save as, export some file from other software, publish, print. That all thing will get in this A logo. That is your menu browser. That is your menu browser or menu bar or menu icon, whatever you can see. Now, the another thing beside that, this is quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar. What does it mean? That quick access toolbar is, this is your quick access toolbar. This is your quick access toolbar. Here we can easily see, if your cursor is over the any logo that say that view, that in if you want to new, there is written that is new. If you want to create a new project, you can go through this path, or you can simply click on this new tab. Beside this open, if you want to open, you can go through this path, or you can simply click it in open. Give me 1 minute. Is the PPT visible now? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Okay. See, Below this, you will get some name like home, insert, other thing. This is your quick access toolbar. See, here we will get all the things, that is quick access toolbar. See, if I'm going to start a new project, you can simply click here and give a name ABCD or ACAD, that is AutoCAD, or click here. You will get a new workspace where you can easily work. Okay. Now, below there is, see, home, insert, annotation. This is your quick and access quickly any drawing. If you want to draw something like a straight line, circle, polyline, everything you can draw by accessing this quick access toolbar. And next is your below that, in quick access, there is some, if you click on insert, you will see some sub option or sub menu regarding this insert any images, insert any pictures, circle, polyline, arc, etc. So this whole thing will help you to draw any object or any other thing. This is your tool palette. This thing is known as tool palette. Okay. And see here, below the tool palette, you have some panel. If you click in the draw portion, you will get another option, a mode option, which will also help you to draw. This is your panel, and this black thing, I can draw any line or other something. This will your workspace. That means you have to draw whatever you will draw. This will be thing will be seen in this black portion. We can also change the color. We will talk later about it. This is your workspace, and below there you can see a coordinate, x-axis and y-axis. This is known as UCS. UCS. We will say, I will tell you more about this after that. And this below this is your command prompt. That means whatever, if you want to give any command, you have to input here. After that, a status bar, in which layout you are belonging, that is model or layout 1, layout 2, whatever. This is your status. This is the whole UI of the AutoCAD. So it will help to you to draw or to find any something or any tool instantly. This is the whole UI of AutoCAD. So how you can draw any object? You can draw object by 3 ways. Okay, by 3 ways. Rather, I said that is in 2 ways. If you can use these options to draw, like if you want to draw a circle, simply click on the circle, click here and draw a circle. You can simply click on line, first start point of the line and end point of the line, you enter, then line will be drawn. If you want to draw arc, simply you can make a arc in this manner also. But the will not be visible in every version of AutoCAD. See, I am using AutoCAD 2016. If you can use AutoCAD version 2000, 2008, 2007, whatever you want to use. But you can use by this option, or you can simply use a command. What? See, this is a software AutoCAD, and if you want to communicate with a person, then you have to know the communicating language, in which language you have to communicate with other person. Say if anyone knows Hindi, then you have to tell how you have to speak that person with. If he is an Englishman, he or she is an Englishman or woman, you can you have to speak in English. Okay, in this manner, the machine or the AutoCAD will know only commands. So that is the language which this AutoCAD software can understand. So if you want to give any instruction to the software, then you can't give the instruction verbally. You have to use some commands. So you have to write the all comments. You will learn about all the comments of AutoCAD. And after the session, I will give a list of AutoCAD comments where you can give all the comments by which you have to communicate with the software, and you have to you have to instruct the software. You can give the instruction to the software that what that software has to perform. You can draw a machine, you can draw a building, you can draw anything. You can draw a car, whatever you want to draw. So, and the another thing is this: from earlier, from beginning stage of AutoCAD, that means when that has been invented in the 1970s to till now, one thing is unchanged in this AutoCAD software, that is comment. See, if you learn comment, the comment, if you want to, after 30 years or after 40 years, if their new version of AutoCAD has been launched, if you want to work with that new version, if you can remember, if you can learn the comments, you can easily perform any task in the AutoCAD 2050, 2060, 2080, where you can draw any object. Okay, now simply you can draw using this tool palette or the tool quick access toolbar, or simply you can you can input any command. Like if I want to draw a line, I can have to use command L, then enter, then first point, then last point, then again enter. See, I have drawn a line by using this command. Or you can also use this go of line by clicking here, first point, last point, enter, in this manner. And another thing is you can also draw line. That means it will help you. Here you can see some layer. It will help you draw. And see, if you click here, you can see that if you want to there is written thickness of the line. If you want to draw a thicker line, you can choose any thickness of the line, that is 0.35 meter, 0.41 1 millimeter, 2.2 millimeter, 0.5 millimeter, whatever. Here this thing will also help you to draw. And another is that line type. If you want dotted line or continuous line, if you click on others, you can see another description. This is a topic of lines, that all things will be shown later in this session. Now, next is working process of AutoCAD. How AutoCAD works? The first thing I have already mentioned, that you need to know command. If you want to communicate with AutoCAD, if you want to instruct AutoCAD, if you can instruct AutoCAD only using command, or the simply clicking on the icon, or simply clicking on the toolbar. Simply see, if you, the basic thing is line, straight line. If you want to draw a straight line in AutoCAD, see, if you want to draw a building, any storage building, multi-story building, basic thing is you can ensure that you can draw a line. So how you can draw a line? You can draw a line in 2D. In 2D, that means in 2 dimension, you can simply draw a line by two methods. All two method is under coordinate system method. That coordinate system, what does it mean? That you have been studied in our 9-10, class 9, class 10 standard, that graph, the theory of graph, that has all of us know this, that if you are there was axis, the vertical axis, one vertical axis, one horizontal axis, that is in 2D, 2 dimension. In 3 dimension, there is another axis, that is Z axis. This vertical axis is known as Y axis. This is Y axis, and horizontal axis is known as X axis. So this is the coordinate system. By using this coordinate system, you draw any line. Okay. How? See, in now you can see in AutoCAD that here is a X axis and here is a Y axis, and this where the point, the X axis and Y axis intercept, this is known as origin. With respect to origin, using coordinates, you can draw any line. If you, after drawing multiple line, the line, if you have knowledge in AutoCAD or if you have knowledge in building drawing, after drawing multiple line, you can draw a complete building or section, any elevation, plan, whatever you want to draw. So this is the basic thing on line. And another thing is also more, that means so many commands like copy, move, rotate, mirror, 2D path array, rectangular array, polar array, so on and so forth. Copy means simply copy. If you want to draw a window in a room, that if you want to draw two window in a room, the both windows are identical, you can simply draw one window and copy it to other position, to second position. You can draw. So now you have drawn that two windows. If you want to move anything from another one drawing to another drawing, say if you have already drawn a foundation of a building and you have to draw another building, but you want to keep the old foundation, that means the foundation should be unchanged, then you can simply copy your old foundation to the you can simply copy the old foundation from the old building to the position of new by using this copy command or move command. Or if you want to rotate something, that means, see, if at first you have drawn a door like this in plan, all of us know that door is shown in this format, and if you that means the door is open in right hand side. Draw same door in left hand side, then you can simply use this by using mirror command. See, this mirror image of this door. Okay, you can simply use mirror command. And the layer is another thing, layer which will help us to draw all lines in a layer. If you are if I want to give an example of building, that means in building, the plan has been shown. In the plan, the wiring of electric is also shown. In that plan, plumbing design is also shown. If you want to draw only electrical wiring, then if you have drawn all the work in systematic layer, so you can simply off the other layer, that means you can off the plumbing layer, and now you can print this, then you will show only the electrical wiring. If you want to see or print the plumbing line, then you have to on the plumbing line and you have to off the electrical wiring line and print, take a print, you will see only plumbing line of a building. Thing, arc, rectangle, ellipse, polygon, so many things is there which will help you to draw any drawing. Now the previous in previous slide, what we have seen, that is your all basic process of AutoCAD. In second process, we have to understand system of AutoCAD. What is coordinate system? That thing which I have mentioned, or I have started to mention, the coordinate system means in our 2D plane, all point needs all the point has, or rather needs some reference regarding two different points or two different sides. See, if this is a plan of a room, if you want to stand, if you have keep uh, something, a water bottle in this position of a room, then you can say anyone that where you have kept this bottle by reference, by giving reference of these two side, this side and that's how. First you have to measure the distance from this side. See, there is, see, this is your 4 feet. Then you have measured distance from this side. See, this is your 3 feet. This is your south side, this is your west side. Now you can tell everyone that how. You will have to simply say that I kept that bottle in the direction, in the direction of from west side 3 feet and from south side 4 feet. Now if you use that measuring tape, and if you shift this line 4 feet, and if you shift this line 3 feet, you will only, the intersecting point will be only 1 point, and you can simply specify any object using this distance method. The whole method is under coordinate system, and the method using this distance is known as Cartesian coordinate system. Now, in this coordinate system, you can see that there are two type of coordinate system. One is Cartesian coordinate system, one is polar coordinate system. What I have said in previously, that is all about Cartesian coordinate system. In your class 9 and class 10, you have also drawn graph, and you know what is graph. This type of we have already drawn in our 9-10 level. This is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. If anyone say point of or plot a point in 9,6, then you have to measure first 9 in the direction of x-axis, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then 6 means the first thing is x coordinate and the second thing is y coordinate. Thing is x coordinate, the first is x coordinate and second is y coordinate. So in x coordinate you have to move on x axis, in y coordinate you have to move on y axis. 9,6 means if you have to move 9 step in x direction, and you have 6 means you have to move 9,6. That means secondly it is written 6, that means in the place of y this is written 6, and here is no 9, that means this is positive. So you have to move in the positive direction 6 step, and you will simply draw this. You can even simply find this point using this system. This is the Cartesian system. Here is this is in north direction, which you have seen, that is your positive y-axis. This direction, which you have seen, in that is positive x-axis. In left side of the rather west side of the west side line is negative y-axis, and south side line is negative y-axis, and the y is known as origin. This is your origin. The coordinate of origin is 0, 0. And say if you want to draw if you want to plot a point 10, -4, then you have to simply see that first type in first, that is written is -10. Then minus means you have to move left side from origin. Then you have to move how many steps? That is 10 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and then after that is -4. That means you have to move, minus means south direction from origin. You have to move 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, joining two lines, you can see, you can plot this point, that intersecting -10 comma -4. This is the method of Cartesian coordinate system. Using this, you can draw any line. See how write down in your pen paper that first comment, to draw a line, the command is L. And second, write down, to erase any object, the command is E. You can simply type E in this command portion, then enter, then select the object. See, here is written select object. In you have to select the object which you have to delete. I want to delete this, I want to delete this, 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 and this. All the things which you have drawn, that can be deleted. Now first we will see how can I draw any line. See, this is your UCS. This is your UCS. By using this, the UCS means this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis coordinate, and this is the origin of the AutoCAD plane. If okay, now this UCS have some story. What story? That the UCS is the full form of the UCS, user coordinate system. That is user coordinate system. What does it mean? User coordinate system means this is the system which user, that means you, who is drawing in drawing in AutoCAD. This is your reference point. If 10, that means it will mark 10 distance from origin, 10 unit distance from origin. And if you mark 10,4, that means it will mark a 10 unit distance from origin in the direction of x-axis, 10 unit distance from origin in the direction of y-axis, positive x and positive y. Then it will intersect and you will simply get a point. In 3D, there is another axis. You have to put z coordinate also, but here we are learning 2D AutoCAD. Then we need only in 2D, that means x and y. See, this is UCS. You can keep this UCS, and you can also remove this UCS by using the down UCS, enter. Now see that the UCS comes with your cursor. That means place anywhere where you want to keep this. If you want to keep this on here in this direction, you can also keep this y-axis in this direction. Now your UCS is fixed in this direction. You can also You can also see there is some grid. You can erase that grid by using or erase or write some grid using the command grid. You can on the grid, you can off the grid. If I click on O, then it will on, and if you are clicking off grid, enter, off, enter. See, all grid has been disappear. If you want to reappear this, then you have to type grid id grid, enter, and then O N on, enter. See, the grid has appeared. Now write down some about some command. That is, if you want to move UCS, the command is UCS, enter. If you want to remove or remove grid, or if you want to keep the grid, then you have to use the command grid grid. Now before starting our drawing, we have to set our page. See, if you want to drawing in our drawing sheet, then you have to set your page by using margins. Here also margin is needed, because if you want to draw a building or any other thing in A4 sheet or A3, A1, A2, A0 sheet, then you have to know the size of the drawing, size of the sheet. Then you can only draw or you can only fit a object in your sheet. So if you have to know how to set a page in AutoCAD. Write down, to set a page in AutoCAD, the command is MVSETUP. MVSETUP, that means MVSETUP, enter. Then it will ask you enable paper space. So if you said no, N, that means you no need any space in the paper where you. Now it has asked you that enter unit type. That means in which unit you have to draw. You want to draw. There is a unit: scientific, decimal, engineer, architecture, etc. Now in our Indian system, only in meter, millimeter in this unit. So if you want to draw this in millimeter, you have to choose decimal. Simply clicking D, you will get decimal. Now it will ask you enter the scale factor. Scale factor means, see, if you want to draw a building in a A4 page, if you want to print this in A4 page, that means the size of building is a 10-meter wide, and the size of your A4 page is negligibly low with respect to that building. So how can you will fit your building in that A4? In this for this, we have to use a scale factor. In our engineering drawing, all of us has studied about that means reduction uh, RS, that means representative fraction. That means uh, you have to use using this if you can uh, simply forming in your proper scale, and where you can easily take a printout of a building in your A4 sheet. So that is simply scale. See, if you want to draw 100 equal to 1 meter, that means which is in real 100-meter length. If you have to draw this 100 meter in 1 meter, that means for which has 100-meter length, and if you are drawing this in your any 1 meter sheet, that means if a size of the build practical size of the building is 100 meter and drawing size of the building is 1 meter, that means your scale is 100 by 1. That means the actual length of the building divided by drawing length of the building. That means 100 by 1 is 100. That means your scale is 100. You in this manner, if you want to uh, draw 100 meter, is 1 meter is equal to 1 centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 1 centimeter. What does it mean? That means which object has realistic length is 1 meter. In your drawing, the object length will be 1 centimeter. That means scale 100 meter by 1 centimeter. 100 meter means 100 centimeter. That is 100 by 1 centimeter. That means here is also scale factor is 100. In in our this introductory class, we are not giving any scale. That means we will simply draw some small object. Now for this case, let us keep this 1. That means scale factor is 1 means whichever we are drawing in this sheet, this exactly the same length or same width is the in reality. Now putting 1, you have to click on enter. See here said that enter paper width. That means in which paper you have to want to get your print. If you want to print this in A4, that means you have to give the dimension of A4. The dimension of A4, any A4 page is 210 millimeter wide. That means 210 millimeter wide, and the length or rather the height of the A4 page is 297 millimeter. If you want to draw this in A4 page, see enter paper width. Now you have to put 210 for A4 page, 210 millimeter wide, and then it will show you the height of the paper. Height is length. Length of the paper. See, length of the paper is 297 for A4 page. Simply clicking, after clicking there, you can see here one A4 page has been appeared, and you can draw within this A4 page, and you can take a print. Okay. Now using this, you can draw anything. Say if I want to draw a line which is joining, I want to draw a line. I want to draw a line for the line which is joining or from origin to a point is 15, 15. That means x coordinate is 15 and y coordinate is also 15. You can simply draw this line using command. Write down to draw a line. The command is L. Click L. Enter. Now it want your specify first point. That means you have to mention your starting point of a line. See, as I earlier said that I want to draw this line from origin. The coordinate of origin is 0, 0. So you have to put 0, 0. Enter. See, my start has been assigned in my AutoCAD UI. Start point has been assigned. Now you have to give the assigned the line to an end point. I mentioned that my end point of the line is 15, 15. That means you have to simply put 15, 15. Enter. See, this line has been drawn, and further you can also draw or extend this line using next coordinate. But if you want to stop here, you can simply click on enter, then the cursor will leave the line. By this manner, you can draw a line simply. Now, if you let me erase this first. By using E enter, you can erase. Now, I want to draw a rectangle. Which rectangle? I want to draw a rectangle in this manner where the coordinate of the starting point is 20, 20, and its length is 150 millimeter. Sorry, that is, let me correct myself. The length is 100 millimeter and the width is 70 millimeter. Now, you have to use your basic coordinate knowledge in this form. That is, this point is 20, 20, and the length of this portion of the rectangle is 100. So if this is a point and this is a B point, this is C point and this is D point, that means the coordinate of A point is 20, 20. Then what will be the coordinate of C? The rectangle is parallel to x-axis. That means in A to B, the x coordinate has not changed. Sorry, the y coordinate has not changed, as the line has not moved vertically. The line from A to B, if you are here A, and then you have to move in the only in one direction, that is x direction. That means x coordinate only change, y coordinate will unchanged. That means in y coordinate you can write 20 and x coordinate will change because as you have moved in the x direction. From A to B, you have to move in x direction. Now x coordinate, see, in A you have the value of coordinate, x coordinate is 20. Now you have moved 100 unit or 100 millimeter from A to B. Then coordinate, x coordinate of B will simply this 20 plus 100. That means 120. What will be the coordinate of C? The coordinate of C will be from B to C. You no need to move x in the direction of x. You have to move in the direction of y. That means x coordinate is same as B. That the x coordinate will be 120 simply. But you are moving in the direction of y. That means y coordinate will be changed. How many? What will be the changed value? The changed value will be, see, the width is 70. That means the distance from B to C is 70. Now you are in B, you have to go in C. That means you have to travel another 70 unit. The already in B point you have y coordinates 20. Now you have C. That means the y coordinate of C is 20 plus 70 is 90. Then what will be the coordinate of D? C. You have to move 100, say 100 unit. That means the length is 100. So from C to D, you have to move 100. Here you have to move in the opposite direction of x-axis. X-axis, positive direction of x-axis is this. Now you are moved from C to D. That means you have to negative sign, and that means you have to subtract the value from 120. And you are moving in the direction of x, rather negative x. Y is unchanged. That means y value will be unchanged, like 90, and x value will be 120 minus 100, that is 20. Simply you can also find this from A to D. A to D you have to move in the y direction, or rather the positive y direction. That means you have to add, and in A, x is will be unchanged because you are not moving in x direction. So x coordinate will be 20 and y coordinate will be 20. This 20 plus 70, that means distance between A and D, then it will show you that 90. That means coordinate of D is 20, 90. Now after getting all this coordinate, you can simply draw this rectangle in your AutoCAD. See, I have to first is you are using line to draw this AutoCAD, you have to input the command of line, that is L, enter. It will ask me for first point. The first point is 20, 20, enter. See, the first point of the rectangle has been assigned. Then that means A point is assigned. Then I have to move on the point B. What will be the coordinate of B? The coordinate of B will be 120, 120. That means I have to mention the second point, that is 120, 20, enter. Sorry, dynamic input has been assigned here. I will show you about the dynamic input also. You can simply moving your cursor, you can know all the options. You can also see, here is dynamic input. You have to off this. You have to off this dynamic input. So let us start from first. The command of the line is L, enter, start point 20, 20. Now we have to move in X direction from A, that is A point has been assigned. And the coordinate of B point is 120, 20. That means you have to simply put 120, 20, enter. Then you see B point has also been assigned. Then you have to move from B to C. The coordinate of C point is 120, 90. You have to input this. One 20, 90, enter. Then you have to move from C to D. Coordinate of point D is 20, 90. That means you have to give 20, 90. See, D point also been assigned, but this is angle. You have to close this. Simply for closing this, you can type the coordinate of A, that means 20, 20. See, your rectangle has been completed, but there are so many things. You can simply click on point A, or you can simply type C, enter. C means, here C means C is assigned for close. That means see, your closed rectangle has been prepared, and the length is 100 and width is 70. The length is 100 millimeter and width is 70 millimeter. Now in this manner you can draw a rectangle. So what is the steps? Firstly, you have to draw a rectangle in using pen on paper for beginning period. Then you have to, then one coordinate is given, so and length and width is given. You have to assign the value of other coordinate or other point of the rectangle. After assigning this, you can simply draw this by using line command in this manner. This is the use of simple Cartesian coordinate. You can draw a rectangle easily. Okay. Let me erase this by using E command, E enter, select the object that has to erase and enter. See, now you want to draw a triangle. In this type. See, the coordinate of the triangle is 30, 30. This is your 90, 30, and this is 60, 70. By using same method, you can also draw this. L enter. First point is 30, 30. Enter. Second point is 90, 30. Enter. Last point is 60, 70. Enter. And you can simply close this by typing C. Enter. See, this is a rectangle which we have drawn. See, now let me erase. Now, what is polar coordinate system? Let me clear you that in polar coordinate system, one simple line is given to you, that is your axis. Let me clear my pages. See, this is your axis point. Now, you have to assign or you have to mark a point in this Cartesian plane. So, this is the point. Method you have already seen that you can also mark this thing using the distance from x-axis and y-axis. That means using x coordinate and y coordinate. Another thing is available, that is polar coordinate system. polar coordinate system. What is polar coordinate system? Polar coordinate system, you have to fix the location of the point by using one angle and one distance. In your Cartesian coordinate system, you have seen that you have assigned or you have position create a location of the of any point by using two distance. One is from x-axis and another from is y-axis. Here you have to locate the point by using one distance and one angle. Let us see how that. See, this is your origin. The distance will be from origin to that point like this. See, say this is your, the length of this is uh, 30 unit or 30 millimeters. So you can get many points which have a distance from origin is 30 millimeter. The point may be here, 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 here. But you have to fix the location of the point. How you will fix? Now you have said the point, the line of 30 millimeter, that means the distance of the point and the origin, the line joining the point and the origin has a makes an angle of 50° with your positive x-axis. Now we have assigned the angle of the line, rather the angle of the line which has been made with x-axis or positive x-axis. Now the point is fixed. The AutoCAD will understand the location of the point. Let us try this. So simply using line command. Line command is L enter. The specify the first point. First point you have to assign by using your Cartesian method, that is 0, 0. Okay. Now second point. In second point, I will input the distance from origin and I will input the angle from which has been made by made with positive x-axis. Now the input method is like this. Input in Cartesian system, you have seen the input method is simple. That means distance, comma, distance. But in this method, you have to input distance, or that means d, then less than sign and the value of angle. That means if you want to draw this line, you have like 30, the less than sign in your keyboard, that will refer as an angle 50 degree, that means 50. Okay, the AutoCAD will understand what we want to draw. Input, let us give the input 30 less than 50. Less than means here it is less than, but actually AutoCAD understand this like a angle. See, we have drawn our line. Okay, this is the method. By using polar coordinate system, you can draw a line. If you want to draw the same rectangle by using this, you can also draw this like this manner. Erase, re-enter. Another thing is relative method. Relative method means referring your previous point, you are locating or fixing location your second point. Then in this method, you have to use another special character, that is @. See how? If you want to draw a line in this position, parallel to x-axis. The first point is 30, 30, and the length is 100. You can also find the coordinate of this point, or you can draw, but using the relative coordinate system, you can draw this by using this method. See, L enter, assign first point, that is 30, 30, and what will be the input? The input will be like that. Second input will be like that. At the rate 100, 0. What does it mean? It means at the rate means when you are inputting at the rate, it will refer previous point. That means you start previous point means where you are standing right now. At the rate 100, 0 means with respect to this point, you have to move 100. The first is represent for in x for x, and second is represented for y. That means it will move 100 unit in x direction, and 0 means 0 move in y direction. So by using this, you can also come in this point. At the rate 100, 0. Sorry, 100, 0. Enter. See, the line has been drawn. If you want to the previous rectangle by using this method, input, your input will be like this. See, this was your rectangle. The point is 20, 20. Length is 100 meter and width is 70 millimeter. Sorry. Then your input will be like this. First L enter, then first point, that means 20 enter. Then second point using relative coordinate system. At the rate 100, that means you have to move 100 in x direction, but you don't need to move in y direction. That means 100, 0. Enter. At the rate, now you are in B point. After that, from B to C, you have to move in the direction of y. No need to change in x direction. At the rate x, that means the change in x direction is 0. That means comma, the movement of y direction is 70. At the rate 0, 70. Enter. After that, from C point has been also assigned from C to D. C to D means you have to move backward in direction, in the dash direction. That means you have to change x coordinate also only, but in the direction of negative x. That means at the rate minus, 0. Let us check. L enter 20, 20 enter. At the rate 100, 0 enter. B point is assigned. Now you have to move C point. At the rate 0, 70 enter. C point is also been assigned. Now you have to assign D at the rate minus 100, 0. That means you no need to move in the y direction. C, D point is also assigned. You can simply close the rectangle by using C, or you can use the last command by this relative method at the rate 0, minus 70. 0, minus 70, enter. @0, minus 70, enter. Minus is stands for if you are inputting any no symbol or minus or plus, that means it will automatically assign plus, it will move in the positive direction. But if you want to move your cursor or your line in the negative direction, you have to input minus before the value. That means 0, 70, enter. See, rectangle has been drawn. Now you have to the cursor should need to the cursor is needed to remove from your first point. That means you can simply leave the cursor by using escape or enter any key. See, our rectangle has been drawn. That's all for today's session. You guys, if you guys wrote the comment, you can also use this by for your practice. Thank you. Yes, Vishwajit, what is your question? Hello? Any question? Question from your side? Hello? Okay. Thank you. Allow me to leave. Thank you.